Welcome to General Hospital News, followed by the latest news. General Hospital spoilers tease that Scott Baldwin didn't want Dr. Kevin Collins to mess with Franco Baldwin's brain. Perhaps Scotty thought Kevin was responsible for Franco's voice? Franco had a head injury affecting the brain. This happened during the floating rib explosion, and he required emergency surgery to relieve the pressure. During this process, Dr. Lucas Jones was able to remove a portion of the brain tumor that had grown back inoperable. It seems that removal of that brain tumor may have revealed some of Drew Kane's memory, as Franco always heard Peter August's voice in his head. Peter tells him he wants to do something now. Franco told Elizabeth Baldwin about the voices in his head, and she wondered if it was a side effect of brain surgery. The memory transfer reversal happened over a year ago, and she couldn't think it would be related to it. Maybe it was something on Franco's subconscious, maybe Kevin could come up with it and help Franco deal with it. It's like a repressed memory. Franco still didn't think it was his own, because it was Peter's voice. He doesn't understand, he doesn't even know Peter well. Nobody knows about Peter and Drew's past in Afghanistan. Even if Franco has a memory of Drew, he doesn't remember Peter. I only remember Shiloh. Scott intervened, and he thought Kevin was spreading the idea into Franco's head. Scott and Kevin haven't really gotten along well in the past, they've been competing for Lucy Co. for years. Kevin is still professional and objective, but Scotty has difficulty overcoming his prejudice against Kevin. He walked into Kevin's office after hearing about the voices Franco was listening to and told him not to mess with this brain, Franco's idea. Kevin looked at him unsure of what he was implying. After all, he had Cesar Faison's brain in a jar and Scotty couldn't talk about it. He calmly asked Scott what he was talking about. Scott said he didn't want him to distract Franco and tried to strangely hypnotize him. He knows that he did a kind of hypnotic jumbo against Franco as he remembers his childhood. He was afraid that Kevin would do it again, and that is why Franco heard a voice in his head. Kevin assured him that while he was aware of Franco's problem, he had no post-hypnosis hint. Trying to recover repressed memories is another process, and he's not trying to do it either, he's just trying to diagnose whether it's something really great or not. God, it was from the remaining brain tumor. And next, Brooke Lynn Quartermaine has revealed a big shock. After breaking up with Valentine Cassadine, Brooke Lynn revealed the pregnancy test in her bag. It clearly shows that Brooke Lynn may be pregnant with Valentine's child. Right now, Brooke Lynn was contemplating everything in Bensonhurst, where she seemed to have to handle the situation one way or the other. If Brooke Lynn is truly pregnant, chances are she will give birth. And if Ned Quartermaine finds out that Brooke Lynn is expecting Valentine's baby, how will Ned react? Ned hates Valentine so much, and the thought makes them very angry. Ned will probably be confused in a very Edward Quartermaine way, which is something he's trying to avoid. Monica Quartermaine has trained Ned to be more like Edward, but getting pregnant with BLQ Valentine will only make matters worse. Ned wouldn't say anything when she heard that Brooke Lynn was carrying Valentine's baby. Ned could eventually do real damage to his relationship with Brooke Lynn because of all of this. The horrible thing is that Ned and Brooke Lynn only got on good terms again before she left. Brooke Lynn leaves the PC knowing that the next time she meets Ned, he will probably be very upset with her. Brooke Lynn can easily return to town looking pregnant. Brooke Lynn not only faces the nasty task of talking to Valentine and deciding if she will tell him the truth, she will have to settle the situation with Ned. Ned would probably put the two together and realize who the baby's father was, even if Brooke Lynn tried to keep that part a secret at first. Will Ned turn down Brooke Lynn again? Ned and Brooke Lynn's fractures may return to normal or even worse than before. And Ned talks about how irresponsible Brooke Lynn was when she slept with Valentine and pissed off Brooke Lynn in the process. Poor Monica could see herself playing the referee again. Thank you all for watching my channel. Hello and see you in the next videos.